But people are sick of waiting in terms of the jobs since Liberation Day, which is when most people look at as when things kind of start taking a turn for the worse. We've only added 17,000 jobs on a monthly basis. There are over 700,000 Americans who are unemployed today versus this time last year. That's a huge number. Unemployment for young Americans is over 10%. If you took out healthcare sector hiring, would be negative completely.
Guys, that clip matters because it cuts through something Trump has been repeating for weeks. The claim that the economy is improving and that Americans just haven't caught up yet. So the problem is basically the numbers do not support that claim in any way, shape, or form. Okay, period. So since what Trump calls Liberation Day, the economy has added roughly 17,000 jobs per month. Okay, that level of job growth is extremely weak. I know it might sound like kind of a lot, but it's really not. That is weak. And it does not keep pace with even population growth. And it doesn't even offset the job losses elsewhere in the economy. So think about this. At the same time, there are more than 700,000 additional unemployed Americans today compared to 1 year ago. That is not stabilization. That is regression, 100%. I mean, Trump often points to job headlines as proof as his policies are working. But when you examine the labor market more closely, the cracks are super obvious. Unemployment among young Americans is now over 10%. Young workers are usually the first group hired when businesses feel confident. Youth unemployment signals the opposite: hesitation, cutbacks, and risk avoidance by employers. Then there's the most telling detail of all. If you remove hiring in the healthcare sector alone, okay, overall job growth would still be negative. That means that the economy is not expanding across industries, okay? It is basically shrinking almost everywhere else. This basically contradicts the claim of broad-based economic growth. Trump says Americans just need more time, but time does not fix a labor market that is failing to generate jobs more and more and more and more and more every month. So when hiring slows, wages stall. When wages stall, spending drops. When spending drops, businesses pull back even more. This is how, economic slowdowns deepen, not suddenly, but quietly. All right. And that is why so many Americans say that the economy feels worse than it was, when Biden was in the White House. And they are not misunderstanding the data. Guys, we're feeling the data in everyday life. Jessica Tarlov did not offer a political attack. She just simply stated what the federal jobs reports show. And when Trump's claims are measured against the actual numbers, the gap between rhetoric and reality becomes basically impossible to ignore. It's massive. You can't ignore it. And that is why speaking up is so important right now. There are so many just space cadets out there that are taking every word that he says and they internalize it as just truth. And, we lost our house yesterday, but you know what? Trump says that the economy is great, so we need to be grateful. We need to be grateful. That's what we're dealing with. Thank you for watching. I am Jared Zisser, and this is Ring of Fire. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications to make sure you are informed about everything important in progressive politics today. And if you are looking for fact-based independent reporting all day, every day, follow me here on Instagram or here on Facebook. See you in the next video.